friends, and welcome to this special video. I thank you for joining me. If you are new here, welcome to the Joyful Creations family, and if you are a returning Joy friend, welcome, welcome. It is good to have you back. As you can tell from the title of this video, I received some very special happy mail from my dear Joy friend, Sylvia Olivo. And Sylvia has been a part of my channel over the last year, and she is such a bright spot. I just love her optimistic attitude. No matter what she's going through, she's just so positive. And Sylvia is a very, very talented crocheter. She is completely blind and does the most amazing and beautiful work. I will definitely have her link in the description box below so you can go check out her channel and see all the amazing things that she does. And then next year, when we finish Call the Midwife, I will be also showing some of her Call the Midwife blankets, and I cannot wait to reveal those because, again, her ability to crochet just astounds me. I cannot imagine. Like, I'm constantly looking at what I'm doing, and yet she just has to go by complete feel, and she just does a great job. So Sylvia has sent me some hooks that I have never used before. And many of you know that I'm a big Lether Co. Hook fan. I just love the ergonomic of those hooks. My hands do not hurt, and I can crochet and crochet and crochet and crochet, and they don't hurt. And so I'm anxious to try these. I have not tried them. I am going to try them for the first time here on this video, and I am welcoming you to join me as I do that. But first, I'm going to show them to you. So some of the hooks that she sent me, and I think there is a specific name for these, I do not know. So if you know, please leave a comment in the comment section for me. But here is the first one. It is a 4.5 millimeter hook. It has a fox on it. Hopefully that will focus in for you, and it doesn't seem to be doing so. So let me see if I can help out a little bit here. Oh, there we go. There we go. And then there is the hook. Okay. The next one, honestly, I am not 100% sure what that is, but as you can see, it's a 5.5 millimeter hook. And I'm curious because I will hold it, you know, like this. Well, I'm a knife holder, so I'm going to be holding it like this, but that's going to be interesting. I would have thought that it would have been more like this, but maybe it is if I was a pencil holder. But since I'm a knife holder, I will hold it like this. So that will be interesting. I am extremely fascinated by this hook. I cannot wait to try it. It is a J hook, or a 6-point-millimeter hook, and it is definitely for a knife holder versus probably more so a pencil holder. But this is the hook. Isn't that cool? Look how flat that is. It is almost like a little knife, and you can see there, whoops, it has a J on it. But look at this. Isn't this cool? So I am definitely excited to try this one out and see how it works. And then along with those 3 hooks, she also sent me a Furl hook, and it is also in the size 6mm. It's a J hook. You can see it says the Furls, and it just says Furls Crochet on it. But it's very pretty. I have never used a Furls hook, but that is all about to change. And then last month, Sylvia surprised me with another package, and it had another Furls hook in it, and it says, "What will yours look like?" And it says Wood Swirl Galaxy, and then it says Pride Metal. There's no metal on this hook, but it is definitely wood. It is definitely swirl, and I'm assuming that the name of it is called a Galaxy hook. So what will mine look like? Let's find out. Dun 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 dun. And this is it. Isn't that pretty? It is a size H, which is a 5mm, and it says Furls Crochet as well. But look at that color. Isn't that just beautiful? Again, I have never used a Furls hook, but it is wide and fat like the Lether Co. So I am very curious to see how that works. All right, now let me get us back into focus here. Okay, when that Furls hook came, there was also another little sweet something in the box, and it was called Whims Merino Z-Twist Crocheters Yarn. And it has 2 skeins, and as you can tell, I've not opened them. So I'm going to open that up. Ooh, that's really soft. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. I've never used this type of yarn before, but oh my gosh, that's really, really soft. I've felt soft yarn before, but that is really soft. It is a medium 4 weight, and it says, "We made this yarn for you, crocheter. The unique twist of yarn makes it optimal for your stitches." It is called Whims Merino Purple. It is 50% fine superwash merino wool and 50% nylon. Wow, I would have never guessed that to be wool, but I see it now. Let me focus in here. See, you can see it now. If I hold it back, you kind of maybe couldn't have told, but when I hold the individual strand up, you can definitely see that wool on it. But oh my gosh, it's so soft. And isn't that color pretty, that purple? It's a pretty purple. There you go. That's more truer to the color there. Oh my goodness. And how many ounces is this? Let me get us back into focus here. Let's see. It's 103 yards. Wow. I still can't get over how soft that is. Okay, so I'm going to grab this yarn and all the hooks, And I'm going to move us over to the craft table, and we are going to use the hooks and do some chains and a couple stitches and just see how those hooks work. So if you're ready, then I will meet you over at the craft table. See you in a minute. Welcome to the craft table. We are going to start out first with the fox hook and then this hook here. Again, I'm not sure quite what this is. Maybe it's a fox too. All right, I'm going to put that one to the side, and I've already got a slip knot on this yarn here, and I'm just going to chain some, and then we'll make some stitches to see what this is like. It's very lightweight. I do like a lightweight hook, but I can already tell that it is a little bit out of my comfort zone. It is not a type of hook I am used to using. It's a lot skinnier than the Lether Co hooks that I'm used to using. And that is my chain so far. I'm going to adjust the focus on this just a little bit to make sure you can see what I am doing. And let's go ahead and make a couple stitches. We're going to do half double crochets. I can definitely tell it would just take a little bit of getting used to, but this is a really cool hook. I've not seen anything like this. So I'm going to refer to this as the fox hook. So let me know what you think. I would be very interested. To get your opinion on it. And now that you've seen it up close, before I finish these last stitches, I am going to zoom the camera out so you can actually see me. Well, maybe you can here. I want to try and get the whole hook in so you can kind of see how I'm holding it. And one more stitch here. It's a very, very soft yarn, so trying to get my foundation here. There we go. And then I'm going to tighten my tail down. So this is what it looks like using this hook and this yarn. That's really pretty. So very, very different. Very different. All right, I'm going to slip that one out, and we're just going to call this one the Flying Fox. Makes me think of like a flying fox. All right, so I'm going to put this on my hook, and I'm going to chain one and turn my work, and then I'm going to go right in here and make half double crochets. Now this hook feels a little bit heavier than the other hook, but I seem, although I'm caught up on my yarn here, okay, I seem to be able to use this one a little bit better than the last one, and I think I know what the difference is. This one's a little bit shorter. The other one is a little bit of a longer hook. Now let me pull this one out this way a little bit so you can see me using the whole hook. And I seem to be making those stitches a little bit easier. And I think it's just because this is a shorter body. That other one's a little bit long, so it makes it a little bit awkward and easy to guide, or not as easy to guide as this shorter hook. But I do tend to have small hands, so that may have an impact. But yes, I seem to have successfully crocheted with this one, the Flying Fox, a little bit easier. So let me pull this out and let's hold these two hooks up together. And yes, you can clearly see that this one is a lot longer, and I'm referring to the throat. Well, this is the throat of the hook, but I'm going to refer to this the throat of the handle. But you can see that it is clearly a lot longer because it goes from here to here basically. This one goes from here to about here. And so that makes a huge difference. Okay, this is my stitches. They seem to be fairly even. Now, I am so excited to try this flat one. So let's see. Okay. Oh, wow. I can tell you it's already different. Very different. Oh, the biggest thing I'm noticing after doing one stitch is the way, because of the neck of the hook, the way the stitches turn out. And I think you will see what I'm talking about in just a minute. I'm going to do one more, and then I'm going to get where you can see the whole body of the hook. Now, it is a lot easier for me to crochet with this one. It is shorter. It is very light, very easy to do. All right, let me get where you can see kind of course, my hand covers it up. It's so short. But being a knife holder, I actually can hold this hook very well. And let's go into this very last stitch. Okay. All right. So the stitches look fairly even, but on this one, if you'll notice down here, the stitches seem to be a little bit tighter and more closed in, whereas in this one, if I turn it, you can definitely see more spacing. And I think it's just because the neck of this is so wide with the stitches, and it creates more of a wider stitch. But nonetheless, it works very well. I do like this one. Again, I think being a knife holder makes this little flat one Very easy to use. But it is still a little different. It would still take some getting used to. But I am always up for a good adventure. I appreciate Sylvia expanding my horizons with hooks and broadening my skill set with different hooks. Oh yeah, I think you can see a big difference now. I'm glad I did a second row. You can definitely see a difference. It's a much bigger stitch. Okay, and now this Furl's hook, and I imagine both the Furl's hooks will be fairly the same. Let me chain one here, turn my work, and let's go. My first time using a Furl's hook. I have to admit, I really like it. It's got that fat body that I'm kind of used to. Even though with the Lether Co hooks, the way they're designed, my fingers fall into the grooves of the wood. And even though there's not any grooves, I think it's more about the width of the hook. I do like this. I do like the way the yarn is gliding across the hook. That is nice. All right, let's try the other Furl's hook. Now this one does seem lighter than this one. They're both light. This one seemed a little heavier. And this one is straight wood. I guess it does have kind of a shimmy, shiny coating on it, but it feels more wood. This one definitely has some kind of coating over it that makes it cooler to the touch and smoother. So let's see how the yarn glides on it then. Ooh, that's like slicing butter. Oh my gosh. I do love this Galaxy Furl's hook. Oh my goodness, you guys. I do like that. Look how quickly and smoothly that yarn slides. I mean, that hook slides across that yarn. That is nice. Now, I'm just curious. I'm going to try and hold this like a pencil and see what we get. I'm not as good with it as a pencil, as you can see. But let's give it a go. Definitely a lot slower this way. I don't have as much control, but that has nothing to do with the hook. That is all has all to do with my comfort zone and my skill. But even though I am clearly not a pencil crocheter, I have to admit that with practice and this Furl's hook I could definitely pick it up. It definitely changes my tension. This is a nice hook. Oh, thank you so much, Sylvia. Well, I can no longer say I've never used a Furl's hook. I've always wondered what the fuss was about. I'm switching back to the knife hold. And I see it. This is a very nice hook. And we're going to do one more row with this Furl's hook. This yarn is gorgeous. I love the way this yarn is working up as well. And for wool yarn, it does not feel anything like wool. Nor does it look like it. One more stitch here. Wow, that was fun. And that's our little piece. My first time using a Furl's hook, and I give it a thumbs up. And then first time using this cute little fancy thin flat hook, and I also give it a thumbs up. And then you have the foxes. I would probably reach out to the Furl's hook or the flat hook before using the foxes. I do like this one a little bit better, the Flying Fox, just simply because, again, it has the shorter body to it. And with my smaller hands, I feel like I can hold it and move it a little bit better than I can with the longer one. But it's all in muscle control. The more I would use this, the easier it would become, because the muscle control would adapt to it. So I had a lot of fun doing this. I hope you enjoyed this as well. Let me know if you've ever seen any hooks like this. Let me know if you have ever used any Furl hooks and what your thoughts and opinion are. Miss Sylvia, I appreciate you adding to my hook collection and allowing me to experiment and enjoy these hooks. And I look forward to making all kinds of beautiful, joyful creations in the future with these hooks. And if you enjoyed this video, please be sure and give it a thumbs up. If you have not joined the Joyful Creations family and you think that my content is something that you would be interested in the future, please hit the subscribe button. Again, I thank you all for coming and joining me. I thank you, Miss Sylvia, for sharing these hooks with me. And Miss Sylvia's link will be down in the description box below. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Be joyful, stay crafty in your own way, make your own joyful creations, and I will see you again soon. Bye.